Hi, my name is Emily Thompson. I'm a textile artist living in Cork, Ireland. I work primarily in needle felting using locally sourced Irish wool. Some background around me is that I've always been an artist since I was a kid, I think. I was always doodling or drawing. And I went to college to study painting and art history. And while I was there, I absolutely loved painting, specifically in oils. But something I discovered while taking a textile course as part of an elective was needle felting. And something that really drew me to that was the texture and the softness of the wool, and the fact that it was a material found in nature, on animals that you can source without doing any harm. And then you have this beautiful material to work with. So I really enjoyed working with that, and I found that I could layer the coloured wool in the same way that I would layer a painting. So I started making I call them woolly paintings. So they're like layers upon layers of this coloured wool with stitching on top to add a bit of different texture and embroidery on top. And something else I really love about it is just the soothing nature of working with the wool. It's soft, it's slow, it slows me down, it keeps me calm. So all of my work mostly is focused on, I suppose, other things that keep me calm. I do a lot of hiking and sea swimming. I'm quite outdoorsy. So a lot of my work is focused on these landscapes that I visit, that I see, and then I just feel in total awe of when I'm visiting these spaces. And then I go back to my studio and I create them. So some of my influences of art are all the Impressionist painters who focused on light and colour and a lot of landscape as well. And they really just explored what these landscapes look like just in terms of colour and layering these colours, which I just love. I still visit art museums and I get so lost in these works. So I know my work isn't especially impressionistic, but I feel that the way that I study colour and that I see colour is similar to those artists. At the moment, I'm focusing on creating local landscapes in Cork. And that's kind of a bit of a struggle for me because I do so much hiking, and a lot of my hiking is far away. But I suppose with being a working artist, sometimes you kind of have to do what the consumer is looking for. So my local community would be looking for more local scenes, I suppose. So that's kind of what I'm struggling with now, is finding a balance between what my soul wants to create, which are these kind of far off landscapes that I've visited, that I've hiked through and fallen in love with, and trying to actually, make the consumer happy, because at the end of the day, I suppose I still do need to sell work. So some advice that I'd love to give to my younger self is to just go for it, I suppose, to invest in myself as an artist. I think I spent so much time when I was younger being afraid of not being good enough to show my work to the world or to sell my work even. So that's still something I'm kind of working on, to be honest, but it's definitely advice I wish I had taken when I was younger. So as I was saying, something I love about the process of needle felting is just the kind of really soothing nature of it, which is kind of funny then, because while I'm working, I actually love listening to true crime So it's kind of an interesting mix of doing something that's really self-soothing and then also listening to these audiobooks or these podcasts about true crime. So that's how I love to spend my evenings. It's actually really lovely. I really enjoy it. Some of the best reactions that people in general have to my artwork is the question, how did you do that? Because I work with wool, I suppose, my goal is to make them look like paintings. So I actually love when people get that little bit closer and realize it's made out of wool, and they have this kind of look on their face of, oh my god, that's not a painting, that's literally made out of wool. How did you do this? That always gets me really excited. So something I hope that people take away from my work when they view it is this sense of excitement about something different, something unique, but also taking away this sense of beauty and connection to the landscape and to the natural world, to the fact that these images, these landscapes are created with wool, with sheep that have roamed these very landscapes. So I hope that they take away a real connection to these incredible places. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I hope you enjoy my work.